100%. And if you notice in that video, it's not even me, right? So I realize I have an amazing team. The team that we've put together is absolutely incredible. And the knowledge that is shared amongst all of us is amazing. And I make sure that I tap into that knowledge. I want the expertise of these other people. I'll be honest, there's people in my team that are better than me for certain things. I'm sort of the lead here, putting the pieces together. But you can rest assured that when you've been referred to someone in my team, you're going to get the very best care. And you're going to see a lot of that on the social media too, where we're going to be taking people who are experts in individual fields and utilizing their knowledge, because I don't know everything. I'm very, very honest about that. I don't know everything. But what I do know is that if you have a group of right people and great people, you're going to get all the information that you need. And that's what we really try to achieve at PinPoint Health. Is we've tried to put together a team that has all of the services that you can imagine for pain and injury treatment and prevention, right? So we have everything from chiropractors, physiotherapists, massage therapists. We use integrative medicine approaches like naturopathic medicine, acupuncture, but we don't forget the conventional side of medicine when things like orthopedic surgeons are necessary, sports medicine physicians. It's an all-encompassing approach to pain and injury. We tackle it from every single perspective. We have dietitians and nutritionists focusing on that stuff. We have mental health consultants when we really want to focus on the chronicity of things and the mental and the psychosocial component that affects it. So we make sure that we have everything that we need at our disposal for one main goal, and it's just the proper treatment of the patient. And in going off on that little bit of a rant there, one thing that I wanted to bring up, which is, and it's a pet peeve of mine, and you're going to know as soon as I mention it, John, it drives me crazy. There were about three or four assessments that I did on Thursday that were people that had surgeries, and now they have sort of pain that's been lingering from those surgeries. And, anytime someone tells me that they had a surgery of some sort, it doesn't matter where the surgery was. My next question is, did you do rehab before and after? And I'll be honest, 90% of people say no to the rehab before, the prehabilitation, which is like, okay, that's fine. But definitely, you definitely would like to hear that 99% of people are doing it after. And there were people that were like, no, I didn't do any rehab after. And that's not, I mean, that's a problem, but that's not my pet peeve. The pet peeve is this: when I said, well, why didn't you? Oh, my doctor said I didn't need it. And it's like, it just drives me crazy. It's like, one thing that I always say is physical problems need a physical intervention. And this idea of just, laying in your bed and rest after surgery is the wrong approach. It is the wrong approach. And if you do that and you're not feeling well years down the line, don't be surprised. And if you don't know, that's different, right? But if you're hearing this and you're going through this right now and you're not doing anything, you need to be doing rehabilitation following your surgeries. It is so important for prognosis. Surgery is controlled trauma. When that trauma happens, things start working differently. When they work differently, we need to get them working optimally again. And that's what rehabilitation is. It's finding the optimal function of the body. And that doesn't go for just after surgery. There's also a ton of people that I see, I sustained low back pain, I hurt myself. I actually saw a person, this is a great example, hurt their back at work, a manual type of job. They went to their doctor, they were given some medication, and this is like 3 years ago. And all of a sudden, I was saying, have you done any therapy? No, I never did any therapy. My doctor told me I didn't need it. And it's like, it just drives me bonkers. I can't believe that is the approach and that there's still people out there recommending that. And anybody that calls themselves an evidence-based practitioner should know better and know that you need to intervene with physical medicine. It's the best approach. It's the safest approach, especially for these things. I'm not saying medication is not necessary. It may be part of it, but definitely if you can minimize that, that's very important. And this idea of complete rest should be thrown completely out. There's no, unless you're in a coma, I can't think of too many scenarios where you need complete absolute rest. A lot of the times we're talking about active rest, and that's an important distinction. We're not talking about not doing anything. We're talking about doing some stuff that's the right stuff, avoiding the stuff that's the wrong stuff, but make sure that you're moving a little bit. Our bodies are not designed to not be doing anything. They are designed to be doing something, and in doing something, we can do a little bit more and a little bit more, and we can work back towards what we were doing. But it's such a pet peeve of mine. I can't believe that it still happens. And I just wish that it stops. And again, if you're listening to the show, if you've listened to the show, even if you haven't seen me, but you're about to undergo surgery, and you were thinking, well, my doctor hasn't recommended anything in terms of post-operatively, go do your rehab. I don't care where you do it as long as it's a good place, but make sure you do your rehabilitation. It's very important.